Welcome to Us Watching Us. This is a series of live streams that we do where we watch us from back in the day. And we're watching videos of us from 2010. And it is from a trip around the world that we were on. And in this portion, we will be leaving China and arriving in Seoul in Korea. And the thing about that I specifically remember, I remember when we were in China, and if you watched last week's Us Watching Us, you will have caught on that we were not big fans of our time in China. And just the vibes and everything were just not our vibes. And it was a moment of, we'd been traveling for 8 or 9 months and we didn't know if we were burned out on traveling or not. And it was a bit of, okay, well, let's go to Korea, and if it sucks, if we don't like Korea, then we're either going to make a big change or we're going to end the trip. Like, we didn't know what was going to happen from that point. Like, it wasn't like locked in. We knew we had ambitions to go to Japan after that, but it was getting to the point where we were just like, if this bad vibe is us rather than the environment, then we need to make an adjustment because it's not fun. So I remember landing in Seoul, and immediately it was amazing. I remember we were euphoric.
We really were.
Yeah.
I completely remember that night, even though, like, I don't feel like we stayed in a super great place.
We stayed in a terrible place. It was this tiny little
It felt like we could
hole.
breathe for some reason.
Yep.
Like, I almost felt like there was no one in the world, and we got there really late. It was just like there was no one anymore.
We went to a McDonald's, and some dudes were just like, hey, how's it going? And they were like friendly with us and took pictures with us and stuff. And like, not like bad pictures, like the friendly pictures.
I forgot about
it immediately changed from all this, like, this dark cloud that we felt we were in, like, wrapped inside of, and it just changed into it went back to the positive experience we'd had in all the other countries, just like changing a gear. And I mean, there's always a little bit of a euphoria when you go to a new country, but this was like hyper level of euphoria. I remember it being nice outside, a little bit chilly but not cold, and I remember this very vividly, this whole evening. So we ended up spending some time in Seoul, and we actually will be in Korea for quite a while. I think we were there for 5 weeks because...
Did you know that Korea is the cup noodle eating per person capita? Capita's in there somewhere.
Capital?
Capita.
Oh, per capita?
World.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like per people capita.
Yeah,
it's like per person.
That makes sense. But we'll be doing I don't know how many weeks it'll take us to get through this on Us Watching Us, but it'll be a few weeks probably at least. Because we had an agenda to go to Japan, but to go to Japan, we had to have an onward ticket to prove to Japan that we would be leaving. So we had to get the ticket to the next country, which is India. But to get to India, we needed to have a visa. So we had to apply for a visa in Korea so we could buy our plane tickets to go to India so we could go to Japan. So we ended up in Korea, which is fine. It was great. But we ended up there for a while because we had to wait for visa stuff to process at the Indian embassy. And it was weird for the Indian embassy for Americans to be applying. They thought it was, I remember it being a little bit weird. But anyways, that's the whole deal. I think from there we can start getting into it. And I'll break open a map for people who maybe need to see a map, and we'll get caught up on that. Just a second here. Safari.
All right, let me back up. On the barb scale, you got to put caring. Back is doing a little bit better. It's not amazing. I still can't bend sometimes. But I'm not wearing my corset because this morning fucking sucked.
I don't know how to get this off there.
And good morning, Heather. Feels like morning right now.
Boo-doo-doo.
So you don't have like a thing that biggest screens?
Not on this app. I don't know. Maybe Danny knows the keystroke for it. It's goofy.
It's in the app. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
But I did that bend. It was good.
Can you guys see? Have I moved it over already? Okay, sweet. I did the thing. Okay, so so let me just go really quickly. We were in America, that's where we're from, and then we went to Costa Rica, then we flew to Thailand, and we did a whole bunch of stuff in Thailand for 3 months, down to Malaysia, we did Singapore, we came through Indonesia, did some islands, came out of Indonesia, came up to Bangkok, took a train to Laos, did a month in Laos, came down, did Cambodia, for a few weeks, went back to Thailand. Then we went to Hong Kong and we flew to Hong Kong. We spent some time there. It was amazing. I got a driver's license. Then we went to Macau. Then we worked our way up from this region of China up to Shanghai and then Beijing. And we did all that on train.
It makes me laugh.
What?
The ball.
What ball?
The testicle. All the roads in China
make it look
like a testicle.
Oh, yeah. And we did our time in Beijing, and then we will be leaving Beijing in this video and going to Seoul in South Korea. South Korea is a pretty small place, so 5 weeks in South Korea for traveling is like pretty substantial. But in the 10 nights videos, we'll only be hanging out in Seoul. But we do get to see the videos where we went to the DMZ.
Dude, I want to eat one of those corn dogs with cheese on the inside.
Okay. I want to eat one of those Korean sandwiches that you haven't made me in forever. Remember?
You used to make them for yourself. That's why I
Can you
don't
order
make
me?
them.
Can we get that stuff on the order list?
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's why I was getting you the cheese that was... I was trying to hype the sandwich situation. We're going to have to order so much bread, Eric Klein. I don't have a bread area that's that big.
That's the wrong keyboard? What did I do with the keyboard? I missed it. Oh, you typed in the wrong keyboard. I don't know what's going on.
He's a labist.
Oh, I see. You're using multiple. Is that some sort of labia stuffs? Were you researching gynecology?
He's against the labes.
Labes.
Yeah.
It's like racist for labes.
Yeah.
Have you thought about going to North Korea? Yeah, we wouldn't go to North Korea, and I'm not dumping money into that evil regime.
I like that Eric has what's the thing?
A limit.
Standards.
Standards.
There we go.
Okay. Let's see. We gotta go into us watching us. Here we go. And just let me know if we have audio on your side, guys. Did you hear the burp? I don't think it's possible for... No, anything is possible. Burp. Here we go.
This is something we haven't seen in a very long time. We are traveling from Beijing to Seoul, Korea, and they have given us free food. Almost all of the flights that we've taken in Southeast Asia don't even give you a beverage. So we're pretty stunned and actually waiting for a bill to come. If they want money from us, we don't have any. I spent it all. I went on a shopping spree.
Oh, this is you going to the airports and getting rid of all the last cash. What do you call that?
Last chance,
something like that. You had a name for
last coins or something like that. We'd take whatever money we had remaining us, and we'd obviously try to spend it like as much as possible before we got to the airport. But if we got to the airport and you still had coinage, we would like try and spend the rest of it as much as possible at the airport.
Candy or like a little stuffed animal or something like that. Barb loves your face.
Oh, thanks, Barb. Complimentary. We got chicken and carrots and rice. Got a little bun.
Rice looks shitty.
In this bag. Dates. Dates.
Yeah, maybe.
Crystal date.
It does say date. It says it in English.
Plural. Interesting. Some oranges and something that looks meaty and weird in that area.
That looks weird?
Meaty and
It really doesn't look weird at all.
So this is pretty exciting. We've actually got food. I feel absolutely amazed.
I don't remember this flight at all. Like it's completely gone in my head.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're in Korea.
This airport looks nuts.
Yeah, I remember just feeling like no one was there.
Yeah, in
like,
the
we were
airport.
the only people in the country. And I know we interacted with some people, we had to, but I just have this feeling of us like dancing around with no one there.
It might have been like a weekday night too. Like who knows? But we probably would have flown on a Tuesday or something intentionally to keep it cheap.
Like what is
As
this
we
thing?
do.
It's like a tube. It's a bunch of plants. It looks like a restaurant, I guess.
It was just so peaceful after China.
Ignore those people.
I remember going into a convenience store or something and getting something out of the convenience store in the airport or something like that. I remember that.
Don't remember that.
So we've left China and we're in Seoul, and it kind of feels like we've stepped back into civilization. I haven't yet seen anybody doing a shit on the sidewalk. Okay, so we're just on the street here in Seoul, and we've come across these like bots.
Oh yeah, I remember it felt futuristic at the time too. These bots wouldn't feel futuristic now, but back then they did. And we took a picture of ourselves with them.
Yeah.
Or we
and
sent like a
sang
postcard or
song,
something. Yeah, we sang that little.
And I sent it to Greg and April.
That's right.
And they have a camera in them, and a big touch screen, and
Like right now I'm sending...
a email that we're going to take a picture of ourselves with and sending to, I don't know who yet, but if you get one, feel special.
It's like a digital postcard.
Yes, he does. God loves a terrier. That's because small, sturdy, bright, and true. They give their love to you. God didn't miss a stitch. Be a dog or be a bitch. When you gave the Norwich. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Seoul's a crazy place already.
So our first night in Korea, I had to stay in this like little like teeny tiny 3-person dorm because there were no other rooms open when we made our reservation, and this is it. Like I'm standing against the wall. This is the floor. And these are the beds, all right? And I was sleeping up here.
Oh God.
I like to point out the size of my arm. So climbing up there in the middle of the night was really fun. And
Hey Daniel, you okay? What's up?
bathroom's actually kind of big. I'm surprised how large it is.
The bathroom's like as big as the bedroom.
Toilet was weirdly pointy.
Downstairs, and hopefully we're going to have our own room today.
Okay.
We only stayed there one night, or like that one night. I don't know if did we change hotels altogether?
I think we did
I
change
think we did
hotels.
change
Man,
hotels.
we about to meet that sandwich soon.
Yeah, I know. The sandwich is good, man.
Yeah. You remember when we went back there, we saw those ladies and we ate the sandwich again? And I knew how to get there
Years
by
later,
memory.
do you remember still?
It's a tough one. I
Maybe.
might be able to
Maybe
find
we'll
it on a
figure it
map.
out.
Might be able to, but for some reason I had really logged away where it was before.
Stopped at this little stand where this lady had these waffles.
Oh, the
And
waffle
she
lady.
filled the waffle up with a bunch of icing of whatever flavor you want. I got cinnamon, and I haven't had cinnamon in like ever. It's outstanding. The
Hold on, I'm sorry. I got a cough.
You remember last week I almost died?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tricky.
waffle's a little warm, but the icing is cold. So it's kind of like,
She puts honey in it first.
and there's honey too.
Yeah, she puts honey on the waffle and then puts the icing on it.
And then Eric says vanilla.
Yeah, dude, I miss street food of other countries. Japan has
We
got
could be
nothing.
making this. I can make that shit.
Make it, baby. I'll eat it.
I can make that.
And she puts some raisins on
And
it.
raisins.
And they're about 90 cents each.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can sell it for that.
Yeah, so this sound, that's the offspring. What?
I don't know why that weirds me out. That doesn't
just
seem weird
street
now.
music?
Yeah, it was street music. I think what's weird about it is it was kind of pre-internet streaming. Because like 2010, like now you hear music like that all the time, all over the place, because like modern like music or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
because of streaming. But I think it caught me off guard maybe because we hadn't heard stuff like that in the other countries we'd been in.
They want to buy a car from you.
Man, that's some weird shit in the ocean.
So our guidebook told us about these ladies who protest the Japanese embassy here in Korea because during World War II, the Japanese had...
I'm interested to see how we talk about this.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how I talk about it.
It was something that like we didn't have really much awareness of when we were there. This is us learning at that time. I'll sell you a car, man. You want a car? I'll hook you up. I'll give you a good deal. This could probably be lower. Yeah.
taken over Korea and forced many of the women into prostitution. They are expecting someday to have an apology and compensation for their
I'm getting a raid.
misery, I guess you could say. So,
Sweet. Sweet.
You're about to go to a
Take a quick
regularly
pause here.
scheduled protest.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Raiders? The thing that's going on for us right now, we are Katie and Eric, and we have a YouTube channel that we've been making videos for like 12 years, right? And we are doing a thing where we watch the videos that we made back in the day for the first time. It's kind of like we're getting to see it for the first time. It's kind of like a commentary track. So that's kind of what's going on right now. That happens with us every Tuesday night in Japan time.
And we just encountered an amazing waffle that we had
on
and
this
would
trip.
like to have again. So that's why we're rewatching, not just for waffles, but like just to remember our memories that we haven't thought about in a really long time. Like most people have a picture book or like you go through the pictures that you have, but a lot of our lives have just been captured on video because we make YouTube videos. But when's the last time you've had time to sit down and do that? We're making that time now.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that every Tuesday. Outside of that, we go and do live
Right.
streams and make YouTube videos
like
and such.
outside we do like IRL streaming and stuff, that kind of thing. So we live in Japan, by the way. I don't think we pointed that out. But anyway, I don't want to make this commercial break too long, but I want to say thanks, Rub's Adventures, for the raid. I hope you had a good stream, and I'll catch you back at some point with a raid as well.
Rub's Adventures.
I think he's. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Rub's Adventures Estonian and in Taiwan right now, I believe.
Sounds perverse.
I think. Gotta go and eat something. Yeah. Okay. Word. Take it easy. Thanks
Bye.
for the raid. Have a good time. I got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Word. I've been to Estonia. Have you been to Estonia?
Shut up. This is gonna make some list that I'm not on.
Yeah.
Is it just Estonia now?
Russia. I got you
And
forever.
I'm never going there.
I know.
Oh, come
I've got
on.
you forever. I locked that in.
Got me forever.
All I have to do is go to France.
All you have to do. Those motherfuckers are never gonna start a war. Shit, I'm gonna lose. We're talking about the fact that, like, before we met each other, and even while we were
Just countries that we
beginning
haven't
dating,
both been to.
we went to different countries, and we've basically just been traveling together for a lot of our lives. But we still have those, like, dangler countries. Like, I went to England and he hadn't been, but
I've not been to England.
we ended up going there together, so that cleared England off the list. Right now, I'm France 1, he is Estonia and Russia 2.
You can
So
probably go to Estonia, but we're not going to Russia anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
Okay, anyway, let's get back into the stream.
I really can't foresee a time that...
So anyway, this is like 9 months into our trip around the world that we filmed in 2009, 2010. We're in Seoul, and this is the first few days that we were in Seoul, in Korea.
No, we haven't been to New Zealand.
No, not yet.
And not Papua New Guinea.
No.
so we're going to check that out. There's a big crowd here.
So we're going to see the Korean comfort women, I think is the word that gets used. I don't know if that's politically correct or not, but they were the women that were like used like by the Japanese army during World War II in notorious ways.
And
they're doing a protest in front of the Japanese embassy, and they did it like every week or something like that.
And I don't know if I should preface this, but like I didn't globally think about the world until like we started traveling. Until I really got to know you, I didn't really think about stuff like this. I didn't think about wars. I didn't think about countries. I didn't think about international politics and relations and blah, blah, blah. And like the consequences and the remaining animosity and bullshit that goes along with that. So this was my first time to see kind of something like this, where something you considered to be like long ago still affecting those that.
Well, I mean, we had been through Cambodia and stuff. This wasn't the first time you'd
I meant
seen
in this
something
trip,
like
this trip.
we went to Cambodia.
Opened up my eyes.
In general,
round
the
the
trip.
world
Oh, yeah,
trip,
word. I
yeah.
see what you're saying.
And I feel like I might say something like, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about me 10 years ago.
I don't really know if we're in the right place, but we're going to find out. So these are the ladies, and they're getting ready to protest. We were approached by a lady who said they're going to do some chanting, and they
Wednesdays.
expect an apology.
And that's all we said.
All right, so what we've got
Fair enough.
is a neuron.
I think we knew better than to talk about it like in depth because
especially
we weren't experts or
uneducated.
anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But just to show that it existed, I don't know. Probably would go into it a little bit deeper now because I have a better understanding of the situation. This is one of the best things I ate on the entire trip around the world. We traveled for like a year and a half, went to a lot of countries.
To the point that like he made it himself for months upon months
Yeah.
upon months.
It looks terrible, but trust me, it's amazing.
Sandwich that she grilled, and it's got egg,
It's like from a convenience store.
mustard, and really oddly, it's strawberry.
There's no egg on yours.
What am I looking at?
When
then?
you were making it, you never put egg
Oh
on
yeah,
yours.
I'm lazy. Maybe I should put egg on it.
We can figure out how to make a easy egg situation. I'll have to help you with an easy egg situation.
Jelly, but it's really actually very good. I thought it was good. I don't know what Katie thought. What did Katie think?
It was okay.
I would get another.
I would still get another.
Still get another.
From what we know, today is Children's Day in Korea, and basically
Is it the same day?
all the kids are out of school. They're in school, and the parents are taking them out and just treating them to all the luxuries.
But you'd never see that in Japan.
The water fountains?
Like all the kids playing in it like that. Do you think you would?
Yeah.
Okay.
But do you think that their kids' day is the same as Japan?
No idea.
And treats that they possibly can. All these kids are just going crazy at this fountain, and it's a very jovial experience. Like,
In Japan, the fountain would just be off.
Yes. I did wonder that to myself.
everybody's really excited, and kids are really happy and smiley, and thus far it's been a pretty amazing day just to experience. I'm not even a kid, so it's a pretty amazing holiday.
Go to the robots.
Another cool thing about Children's Day is that the cops take out their kids. I guess these are their kids, I'm not sure. But they get to ride around in the side. The most jealous person in the world right now.
What?
So amazing.
That's so cool.
In downtown Seoul, there's this huge statue that you're looking at called the Hammering Man. And it was built by an American artist. I'm not sure what their name is, but it is gigantic. It is seriously maybe 5 or 6 Erics. It's huge.
Wow, that's gotta be
and
more
it's
than-
constantly moving, which is pretty amazing for a statue of that caliber to actually move. And
I'd
our
say
book is
7 or
it's
8
2
now.
tons
Yeah.
in weight. That's pretty crazy.
So Seoul is amazing. Like, it's really, really clean and really, really pretty, and maybe it's the weather, maybe it's just that the people are so amazing, but it's just a really cool place to be right now. I'm walking just kind of rounding around the city just to see what's going on, and it's evening, obviously, and there's this like canal running through a major part of the city, and it's just, you know, well lit, and it's actually looks like it's maintained, and because there's this little footpath that goes back and forth across it, and there's just, you know, couples and stuff like wandering around holding hands and things like that. It's just really nice to see real human beings again after the last 30 days. God, I sound like I hate China a lot. Oh well.
Oh well.
Oops.
It's a cool looking building.
What?
Very European.
I'm gonna stick my hands in this butt.
Let's get this bot. Let's get this bot's profile.
So normal now.
Stick your hands in the bot.
It's so normal now.
Is that continuing to happen? That was weird. Hand had a shower.
Super normal.
While we were waiting at the Beijing International Airport, I got to go on a $9 shopping spree with all the yuan we had left. And let's just say, all that really matters about that shopping spree is longbow.
Oh, Eric, I love him. Look at him. This is shit I do.
Do we still have him?
I
I don't know. He might be
don't know.
upstairs.
Hold on. I think we lost him.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I lost him
On the trip?
in Korea.
Oh, okay.
Eric.
That's his face.
I love how he's all up in the camera. Like, I can feel this real cuddly feeling in myself, and I'm doing it to myself.
He likes you.
Oh, you're doing it.
Yeah.
Not included in the $9 or the 9 yuan.
What'd you spend?
I like that I knew it spun.
How did you wind it up with your finger?
I apparently knew that it spun, and I also think that it kind of made itself dizzy when his head kept going.
You gotta turn your head to the side. All right. Here is part 2. And then there will be a section of video where we go to the DMZ. So we technically kind of physically go to North Korea, but not actual North Korea.
Korea.
It's a big flag, man.
It's one of my favorite pictures. I like big things.
In Seoul, we went to a museum that used to be a jail that was used by the Japanese during the last Japanese occupation to detain and torture Koreans who were revolting against their occupation. Not the most.
This is
creepy
more
place we've ever
intense
been to,
than
thanks
I
to Cambodia,
remember.
but it is definitely a little shocking.
Okay, so I've got this burger here, and it is pretty big, and it's got Thousand Island and lettuce, tomatoes, pickles.
Lotteria?
Oh, it could be.
Yep.
More waffle propaganda.
A beef patty.
Yellow pepper.
The yellow pepper. Then there is, this thing is like a jalapeno popper, basically.
What?
I think this is our first burger video.
Could be.
This might be the very first time, unless you cast that sandwich.
Don't count that sandwich.
The outside of it is kind of spicy, and the inside has got cheese, and it's just deep fried. And then there is, in here somewhere, there is barbecue sauce, and
Olives?
then
Oh my
olives.
god.
And it sounds like this like kind of a mess of crap, but put all together, it's really damn good.
I'm fucking jealous. I got a hamburger.
Got really nice weather today, and just kind of walking around and came across this food festival that they're having. And they've got food from like different parts of the world, and it looks like they've actually got people from different parts of the world cooking it. So like Serbia, Norway, Greece, Turkey, Russia, the UK, and I'm sure, oh wait, here's the United States. Alright, so this is apparently the Seoul Friendship Fair 2010, and it's what all the food is here for. And pretty amazing. This is kind of the first country we've been in that I could see something like this even taking place, like this much like embracement of other cultures. So
Afghanistan, I want.
pretty forward thinking.
Did we get food there?
Places we've been. But I had a
I don't
burrito,
remember.
because burritos are amazing and I haven't had one in a long time. And then I had, from the French booth, I had a crepe with caramel on it, and that was amazing. And I'm stuffing myself, and now I've got some Afghani food.
You are stuffing yourself.
Chicken,
Wow.
rice, and so forth. Middle Eastern fare, but it looks
Yeah, that shit looks good.
amazing.
Look at
It
those
smells
beans.
amazing, and it was pretty cheap. So, see if I can eat any more. Another thing that's funny, the Germany booth, it's got like this massively long line. It's way down here. Yeah, there. It's got this really, really long line of all these Korean people getting like bratwurst. And there's a big sign that says out of beer. And the Koreans are probably the only people on the planet that drink more than the Germans. So it's just a really funny image.
We've already figured out how much alcohol is being imbibed. A Germany booth is like a food festival where there's food from different parts of the world.
But yeah.
Oh man, this could be a hardcore bang bang situation.
Yeah, I bang this shit.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
This whole bed over here, it's all money. I mean, it's a lot of money on here. Like, it's deep too. It's amazing.
Playing Lion King.
Is that what that is?
It's corn. Like fake
Or close to it.
It's a big thing in Asia. They think it's a sweet treat.
Yeah, like that wailing part is similar to the Lion King.
Hasadiba ibawa.
Hasadi iwa.
I kind of like those things.
I know you do.
They're fun.
It's Tom Sawyer shit.
Yeah, it is.
We must have had a decent hotel. What?
You might not have been with me. Yeah, we had a decent hotel because you're not there.
I think I'm here now.
Oh,
Gigantic muffin.
Yeah.
yeah.
A gigantic muffin running on that change. I don't want you to mistake nothing with that. Katie's gonna throw a kroner on there. Aim for
Is that the first time we've used the word kroner in a video?
Yes. I do believe so.
the bucket.
Nowhere near it.
A little short. Still light show on the canal. They're just spraying some mist up and projecting those lights onto it. It's really cool looking.
I don't think this stood the test of time.
Nope, it looks kind of lame now.
I think it might have looked lame then. I don't know.
Is that the NBC Peacock?
Yeah.
That's a little cooler.
All right, we've happened upon the lion feeding session. Holy crap.
Are we at a zoo? I don't remember this.
All of them were running around, kind of just staring at us, and now we know why.
Look how, like, I mean, I know that's still not enough room for those creatures, but compared to what we saw when we were in China, just saying. Let me just throw a chicken at a lion.
Woo!
So they're doing the whistle because otherwise they don't look up probably, and they probably would clock these guys in the head with these chickens. And they're like, we need something. We need
We're abusing.
somebody get a whistle or something. Like, I would have brought that rubber chicken. There'd been a rubber chicken honking, man. It's just, they'd have an association. Pavlov's lion. This is pretty long. This probably could have been cut back a little bit.
Couldn't tell if it was growling or wind.
Oh yeah, they had the Olympics there. I forgot about this too.
Normal way that they go, should be able to do it.
That was rad.
Yeah, you could do it.
I'm not sure if this will get picked up or not by the sound, but they're playing Let It Be by the Beatles.
It's a koto.
That instrument sounds terrible.
That one. It might have sounded better in real life. That was an editing mistake.
Alright, this is the first time I've ever held a snake.
That was weird. I guess that's all I had. I don't know. We had pictures of you. Okay. And the last bit is when we went to the DMZ. So, yeah, guys, snacks in the chat, please. We definitely need some snacks.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Here, I'm going to snack in the chat.
That's rare.
I don't know how to snack.
A real
I
snack.
actually don't know how to do this. Global emotes. How do I get to my own?
Yeah, I don't even try this anymore.
Oh, here we
I
go.
see him.
Oh, I pressed some other crap.
Wow.
Oh, man, I fucked up my
How
snack.
are you bad at this? Don't you like
Why'd it
use this
move?
on the regular? Like
No, I
some
don't.
people are able to put 10
Oh, look at
in.
that. See, it
you
jumps
were
up.
barely even able to put 1
They're
in.
not using this stupid app. There's some snacks.
You're gonna have to do a copy paste.
Okay.
Can't click.
So the last video, just if I don't know how much we're going to talk about, so I'll just talk about it a little bit here. So of course, North Korea and South Korea are like basically still at war, right? And there is an area where there's a military base that the Americans are in administration of that is along the DMZ, which is a demilitarized zone, which is this line between the two countries. And it's like the most like military fortified area on the planet or something, right? And the area is like covered in like landmines and security and like fences and all sorts of stuff. So like if you tried to run across it, like you probably die, but some people do make it. But there's this one area that the Americans administer, I believe, and maybe it's like a joint administration thing with the South Korean and then also the North Korean military. And it's the place where they can meet. So it's like these like buildings where when they have meetings, like literally people go in one side and then other people come in from the other side and the building sits on the line, like on the border. And you can go on a tour. And my understanding, I don't know if this is still true, but at the time, Koreans could not go on the tour. It was only for like visitors, like foreigners. Because I guess they didn't want somebody to try to cause a ruckus or something that might have, I don't know, who knows. So anyways, you get to go on a tour and you get to go into these tunnels where the North Koreans, or this is how you're told, the North Koreans were digging these tunnels underneath the border to try to like to have a tunneling system to like maybe attack or something or move goods. I'm not sure. I don't remember what the purpose of it was, but they take you into one of these tunnels and then you go to a train station that's supposed to connect with the North Korean capital eventually, but it's just a train station that doesn't go anywhere. And then they take you to, and you get to go inside of the meeting room. And like it's really amazing. It's like the coolest tour I've ever been on. So anyways, we went and we did the thing, and that's what this video is going to be all about.
One of the most anticipated adventures for our time in South Korea was to visit the demilitarized zone.
Little side note, the way that we're doing that overdub, because we're like traveling, all we have with us, we're filming all these on this tiny little pocket camera. You're just talking into the camera.
Yeah.
You're just using the crappy mic on the camera.
DMZ is located at the 38th parallel between North and South Korea. Each country heavily guards their side of the 4-kilometer wide area stretching from coast to coast. The highlight of our tour would be experiencing the joint security area shared by both sides. The JSA is an area where North and South Korea meet and face each other day in and day out. It's an area full of tension, silence, and animosity. We were excited to go there because we knew that we would theoretically be able to step over the north border.
A-Temp Legend, thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out.
Both borders of the DMZ are not only guarded by men and guns, but electric fences and barbed wire.
Should also pause. They wouldn't let us do video there. That's why this is happening.
Inside the little building and stuff?
We were allowed to take pictures, but I don't think we were allowed to do video and
maybe
stuff.
you're right. Maybe you're right, yeah.
For miles before reaching the entrance to the DMZ, there are barbed
That's true. The train could happen eventually. I mean, anything is possible, but... you know what I'm saying? It's not looking promising at the moment.
I think some very interesting events are going to take place before that shit.
Yeah.
wire fences running along the highway. Once we entered the DMZ, we noticed huge obstacles in the road with large spikes
What are those cones doing there?
a lot about reunification, and when we look at maps of South Korea, they always show the peninsula as a whole. A majority of South and North Koreans see their populations as a single group. Although their aim is for reunification, the heavy enforcement of barriers and boundaries at the DMZ displays an intense distrust between them. Since the 1970s, several secret tunnels from the north have been discovered by the South. In 1978, after being tipped off by a North Korean defector, the South discovered the third tunnel. North Korea denied involvement in the excavating, but later claimed that
There's a thing behind us with no camera. It says no camera. Well, we probably didn't notice it or whatever, but the other side of that wall, I think, is like North Korea or something like that. Like it's like it's like right at the border, but we're underground inside that tunnel.
they were digging for coal. Interestingly, though, the cave is granite, but the North were sure to paint the walls black to help their case. So we're told that we aren't allowed to take video inside of the tunnel, but this will do for right now. This is CCTV that they have set up on all
That's really
areas
cool.
of the tunnel.
Smart.
We're going to put on some hard hats and get to go down there in a few minutes after the potty break for those who couldn't wait.
And more importantly, is over here.
Oh, hold on. Do you think he's North or South Korean?
He looks suspicious. North.
Yeah.
So we've smuggled our camera in apparently by accident. And now we're descending into the earth. Oh, we have awesome hats.
I look like Garth.
We're now down all the way into the tunnel, and it is significantly less tall than I am.
Can't walk like that right now.
After the third tunnel, we were whisked away to Dora Observatory. The observatory allows you to view North Korea and the propaganda village from a large distance.
So that's the DMZ, and off on the horizon, that's North Korea. I'm not allowed to get any closer because of this yellow line. And all these military dudes. You're not supposed to step over this yellow line to take a picture. Whatever.
What?
I don't know. I wonder what the purpose of that is. We didn't explain this there, but there's a village that you can see in the distance there, and it's like not a real town, but it looks like a modern functioning town from a distance, but it's just like a facade, and apparently North Korea
There's,
built
like,
it to make it look like...
speakers and stuff
Yeah.
playing.
The DMZ experience was worth the trip. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. No, I would definitely. If it was like how it was when we went, it was one of the coolest things we did.
If you think it's boring, you need an Eric. Or like just read Wikipedia on the way. Can I replace you with Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Oh.
As I stated
okay.
before, reunification is important to South Korea. We traveled to Durasan Station. This station was built with the hopes of reunification and train travel between the South and North. Visiting the empty station was pretty eerie as travel is no longer taking place. South Korea has constructed a building only to be used when and if reunification ever takes place.
You said no longer being used. I wonder if it ever was.
The Joint Security Area, JSA, was amazing. We were guided by a U.S. soldier, and he was exceptional during the tour. We got a brief overview about the DMZ and JSA and how they came to be. We were then taken closer to North Korea. We were repeatedly told not to make any gestures toward the north. We stepped out from the building on the south side and were greeted by binoculars from the north. The guards from the south were dressed with chains, loud shoes, and intimidating glasses. They hold a posture which looks like they're ready to fight at any minute. We found out their stance is a ready position in Taekwondo. We entered the building where officials from both North and South meet. It was odd hearing the U.S. soldier say, "Come on in, there's plenty of room over there in North Korea." Crossing over the line was...
That's the border. So whoever's holding the camera right now is standing technically in North Korea. It's so wild. It's such a strange place.
exciting.
You can see so this table is where the people would come and meet, like the people from those doors on both sides of this building, and the people in the north will come in and sit down at those chairs, and the people from the south will sit on the chairs on that side. And you can see where the line is because there's like microphones or whatever, like to record the conversations and stuff, like built into the table directly down the middle. Like this chair is like immediately on the line, so that they don't have to cross into one another's country to have face-to-face conversations.
There are two villages located in the DMZ, one in the north and one in the south. The southern village, Taesongdong, has a population of 218 people. Living in this village has its pros and cons. Residents are not called to join the military, nor do they pay taxes, but they do have a curfew of 11 p.m. The village to the north, Kijongdong, is very different. It has a population of 0. The village was built in hopes to attract residents from the south to defect to the north. Upon closer inspection, the south found that the houses were not inhabited. They were merely a facade. The north also set up loudspeakers, which they used to broadcast messages to their southern neighbor to entice them to defect, giving the village its name, Propaganda Village.
That big flagpole at the time was the tallest flagpole in the world. I don't know if it still is or not, but I remember them telling us that.
Our visit to the demilitarized zone was a bit surreal. We never thought we would be standing mere yards from North Korea watching soldiers monitor us with binoculars. The intensity of the joint security area will always be an exciting moment remembered from our time in Korea.
Yeah, so that video is like a little bit different than the other videos in like vibe because of
It just needs a little more information than burgers.
Yeah, that, and it was one of those things where it's hard to film on tours. Like, unless you like ask for special tour permission and all this stuff, like, because you got to go at their speed, and you don't have time to like, get the camera out and understand everything and then talk to the camera and all that stuff.
You're surrounded by a bunch of people, and while I've gotten better at
tuning that out and just like doing your thing, as a lot of people have gotten, I was pretty shy then. Yeah, this was 2009, 2010. Vlogging kind of didn't really exist. So if some people saw somebody talking to a camera, it caught their attention. They're like, what the hell is this person doing? Like holding a camera and talking to themselves. The camera didn't even have a flippy screen. We couldn't even see ourselves like on the camera. That's how like a proto vlogging this was. So it was just like when you're around big groups of people and stuff, if you're people would just come and talk to you in the middle of the filming and stuff. Like you'd be shooting and they'd come over and like, what are you doing? Like, especially like if you come across Americans and stuff, they would approach you and things like that. So it was just like when we're on tours and stuff, it wasn't into it. What are you looking at?
The line just ends. The line for...
for the ocean, like the thing. I don't know. This is a Google Map thing.
Segregation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wonder if like that's the point at which.
Yeah, maybe that's
where it
the international ocean thing or something happens. Yeah, I don't know. You'd think it would be further though, because this is probably South Korea. I don't know.
It was just interesting to see.
Could just be how good it. So this is actually not the only time that we went to the DMZ. It's the only time we did a tour like this, but we did go to the DMZ again, probably in the next week's videos we'll watch, which we went to somewhere up in this area. Yeah, I think it was here. And you can go up to like an overlook. It's not nearly as like exciting as this was.
Or intense or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a little intense in how we got there.
We had to hitchhike.
Because we did not have a ride.
Yeah. Let's take a look at some of the pictures that we have from this time and see if it triggers any more memories for us. So this is the...
What is that background?
I don't know. It looks like a koinobori. Because it was like Children's Day. Maybe they have something similar there. Let's today be joyous and valuable.
Okay.
So this was pictures. This is a picture of the machine of the postcard, the digital postcard that we sent.
And we went to the Robot Museum on Kids Day.
Oh yeah. It's a big piece of art. Just thought it was
Wow,
cool.
that's really pretty.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it kind of hurts my eyes to look at it a little bit.
You're okay.
If you look at the mountains, the stuff below it like really pops in like a 3D art type way.
It's a sailboat.
You're gonna be...
Sailboat. Schooner is a sailboat. Stupid. So I think this might have been when we first started seeing dogs dressed up in little costumes. And this one's like hair is all blue. This wouldn't even like I wouldn't
That
even
man's
notice.
shirt.
Oh, it is dope.
Wow.
Wow. It's got
Wow,
like
it's like
dangly things and
art.
everything.
Like armor plus like embroidery.
So we mentioned that we met some dudes the first night we came, and we were just at McDonald's or something, and look at that, we're eating ice cream, and they just came up to us and they were friendly and they were just chit chatting with us, and it was
They
just,
were drunk.
It was they were drunk Korean businessmen practicing their English. Yeah, he does look like Miyamoto. I thought the same thing when I looked at the pictures. This is the Comfort Women's protest. They've got this written in Japanese and Korean, and then English.
Nihongun.
I just thought this was a cool picture. I think we're at that robot museum thing that you mentioned, but just that you can see our reflection in it.
We're doing the robot at the Robot Museum
With the robot.
with a robot. Longbow.
What is that scar on your hand?
This?
Yeah, do you still have it?
It won't go away. It's
Is that from your brother?
It's a deep burn. That is from, I was cooking something and I put the top onto a different burner that wasn't on. My brother then came up and decided that he's now cooking the thing, that he's not even planning on eating. This is my food. Don't know what the fuck he's doing.
How old were you?
He turned, not old enough to drive.
Okay, so
So
14
I'm
or
like
15?
14 or 15, and he turns on the burner that has the top on it, and I continue making the food, and then I go to pick up the top and it immediately just sticks to my hand. It's scaldingly hot.
You can
And-
barely see it like on the top of her thumb here, like
Yeah.
in the picture.
So, and yeah, good old burn.
Did we have a bad experience in South Korea? No. South Korea was great. We'd spent before South Korea. We spent a month in China, and
Worlds apart.
It was a bit of a bummer for us. So South Korea was just wonderful when we got there.
No, they did not experience a good Korea.
And the second time we went, I had a weird situation. That guy yelled at me. Remember that?
What?
I was wearing a shirt and it had Japanese on it, and this guy came up to me and was like crazy and screaming at me and telling me he was from Japan.
Oh yeah.
He was like, I'm Japanese and I hate Japanese people. Blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't wear that shirt here. Blah, 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 blah. And I was just like trying to like calm him down a little bit. And I asked him where in Japan he was from. He told me Tokyo, speaking English. He told me Tokyo. And then I asked him where in Tokyo he was from in Japanese, and he didn't understand me. So he was lying to me. He wasn't Japanese. He was just an asshole. But anyway, some black guy walking and a random guy was swearing at him.
Oh, fist bump. That was initiated by her. That's why I'm laughing so hard. I was like, wait. Is this a fist bump situation? And this was when Obama was doing it. And that's another layer.
Oh, that's a
why
terrorist.
it was
That's a terrorist fist
yeah.
bump. That's what that's called. That's why we were laughing.
Drug school.
It's probably a
Are you
Japanese
still
naval.
white now? There's an operation for that. That's probably one of my best ones of those. Those are hard to do.
No, you're pretty good at it.
I've been working on it. You have to see one of my recent reenactments that you don't know about.
Are you gonna show everybody or just me?
Yeah, I'll show everyone.
Okay, hold on. How long is it gonna take you to dial this up?
Like 2 seconds, gosh.
Oh wow, dude,
It's
yeah.
really good.
I think you're good. Just show it like that.
I was gonna.
Biggest size it.
How you do that?
I'll just do it on here. Yeah. I can't tell who's who.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're family, so it's fine.
You have the same eyes and everything.
So, we've talked about my friend who breaks into my phone. This picture of the alpaca or whatever is currently my background.
Why don't you set your picture of doing that on his phone?
Eric Klein, finally. I've been like trying to brainstorm how to get him. Ooh, bitch, you're good. Lewis, if you're watching, I'm coming for you. Ugh. Okay, I'll let everyone know.
I just thought the name of this was pretty good.
Nuts, dogs. So the person's name, what? Nuts, dogs, coffee. I don't.
This is good. That's good stuff.
Hold on, go back.
My bad.
This apostrophe
It's driving you
is
insane.
driving me nuts because that gives possession to someone who is called nuts. Like,
Well, isn't the apostrophe in the wrong
something
place?
called nut. No. It depends on if the nuts is plural or not. And if
That's
it's
always plural, baby.
okay, then it's in the right place. But if it just said nuts, dogs, coffee without the apostrophe, I'd be like, that's what they sell there. But with that apostrophe,
Wait, you think they sell nuts dogs?
nuts, dogs, and coffee.
Is it coffee for dogs?
Well, if the apostrophe wasn't there and it was just the pluralized of those two words in coffee, I'd say those are the items being sold in there. I don't think it's dog coffee for dogs. I think that's bad for them.
Is it coffee from dogs? Maybe dogs work there.
Somebody told me that they ate like cat shit coffee and it's a thing.
Took a picture of this probably for two reasons. One, because the manji, which is like the
Not a swastika.
yeah, the not a swastika thing is there. And I think it's like one of the first times that I'd come across one of these in real life. It's not like I don't even notice them really anymore. But also the building just kind of looks cool. Just a street, just a picture of the street. Seoul's a pretty cool looking city at nighttime. You're hitting that Alaska iced tea, baby.
Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet
We're at the sandwich place.
We're at the sandwich
Yeah,
place.
we're at the sandwich place. This was just notable because Costa Rica was the first country we went to on this trip. I used to have this as my profile picture on Facebook, and a lot of people thought it was like a pair of tight pants. Like when you look at it when it's small, I guess. Like it's a small thumbnail. Like it looked like just like bicycle shorts from the behind.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people commented like, it looked like he just posted a picture of somebody's butt. But it's just because it was like a tiny little thing. But yeah, it's a cool picture. This was at the torture museum thing. Yeah, it was like a jail that the Japanese had used during World War II there. but they put this huge flag out. It's pretty cool. Same area, same jail. You can see that mountain in the background. Looks very the geography, the topography, the way that mountain looks really Korean to me. Like the green with kind of the rocks and stuff. The crumbly looking rock. Yeah. And you see we hiked a lot in Korea, and we saw a whole lot of like that type of thing. When I see mountains that look like that now,
Fucking pre-slow lot.
that's what I'm thinking.
Did I buy those?
I don't know, 8,000.
I don't think I did. I think I sat there and thought about it for like 20 minutes.
I wouldn't eat. I don't really like these things that much.
And I think I probably didn't end up getting it because there's multiple flavors, and I only want cherry.
They seem expensive too. I don't remember exactly. You know what's weird though? It was like summer almost, wasn't it? It was April, May. It was May. Those are
Definitely summer.
Those are out of date, bro. This is pretty funny. So if you watched our video in Hong Kong that we would have watched a few weeks ago, you would have seen that I had this exact situation happen where my shoe broke an escalator. And now there's a sign warning you against getting your shoe stuck in an escalator.
Mm-hmm. They've reported the news.
It's funny.
Idiot breaks escalator. Make signs in all languages.
We saw Jesse was into Dr. Pepper, so I was sending him pictures whenever I saw Dr. Pepper. But what is this?
Lipton,
Welch's?
Mountain Dew, Welch's strawberry.
Welch's?
Welch's? Yeah, like that doesn't even happen in America.
I don't know.
They're
Does
just
it?
shipping it all to Korea.
Cool picture.
Sometimes when we take pictures like that, my brain goes back to this moment and it's like, oh, that's like taking that picture. So I recall this. This also is an anchor for where the sandwich exists. Like I know where the sandwich is based on this building. Okay. So I spent time trying to find that.
I wonder if you've marked it on our Google Calendar or Google Map, and it says there.
It just says sandwich.
Checking out the World Cup Stadium, which actually becomes something interesting. When we were in Korea, and we'll see this in future Us Watching Us videos, there was the World Cup was happening. I don't remember what country it was in. Was that the South America one?
I have no idea.
I don't remember, but Korea, we went and saw Korea play on these giant TVs that they had set up. I don't remember what country it was in, but it was at nighttime. And Korea won a game, and it was nuts. It was really, really cool. It was nuts dogs coffee. I think this is after we ate at Lotteria. 2010 was South Africa. Word. What was on the sandwich? It was like, what did we say? It was egg and ham.
Egg, ham, cheese, jelly, mustard.
Toasted.
And then it's toasted with butter on the outside.
The thing that makes it is the mustard and the jelly together, which sounds insane, but it actually worked. It was really good. When we went back to Korea the second time, we went there and found it again. And if we went back to Korea again, we would do it again. Your wife made them for once? Danny, your wife, these sandwiches, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think I've got it marked.
Do you? Nice.
Well, I mean, you don't just like give up on something like that. What does he say in Super Troopers? Well, you don't just throw out like a good costume. Yeah, and they had kind of like revamped it.
Mm-hmm. It was like a kind of like a convenience store type thing, like a little like corner market type thing.
It definitely didn't have the same vibe.
Yeah, when we went back, it looked different.
Yeah.
Years later, we go back to Korea a second time, and we go and hike up that hill. This is dope ride. Ooh, 2-week quarantine for Korea during COVID. Yeah, we didn't travel during COVID. She sort of did. She had to come back right as COVID started from America to Japan.
Candy.
I feel like that doesn't make sense there. Maybe that's the point. This is all the money.
Oh, there's the muffin.
Oh yeah, there it is. It doesn't have legs now.
The legs are next to the muffin.
It's a little girl. They put a little girl in the muffin.
I don't know the size of that person next to a giant muffin. That muffin is kind of misleading.
Distorting
that
reality.
could be a normal-sized person, but once you get a mega muffin, you'll never know.
This reminded me of the Nabuta Matsuri, but it's a lot smaller. But it looks pretty cool. It's like made of paper, and they just put lights inside of it, like paper and wire framing. Just kind of that spectacle. I wonder if they're still doing it.
I hope that Digital Canvas has upped its game.
Yeah, dude, that's a nice cock. That counts. Absolutely.
I think it's a phoenix, but
Whatever.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Nobody knows. Another night street shot. You can see a Family Mart in this picture, which is the only reason that I decided to share it tonight. I just saw this. This was we were staying in like a guest house or something, and I remember it was very quiet back streets and stuff we had to walk up to get home every night, and I just remember really kind of liking the vibe. It looked a lot like what you're looking at here. It was just nice. Tokyo kind of has those types of moments too, where it's like quiet all of a sudden. Just Katie.
I look thrilled.
See what you're standing on.
Oh, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
My toenails aren't fucked up yet. I check that every time. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw this in the pictures when I was going through it. We took that and...
I didn't write it.
I don't know if it's wrong. I mean, is that bad? Are we allowed to use the word indie? Gotcha, didn't I?
Yeah. Did you see my face? You need to make that the thumbnail. He was magnetic. Eric, he's
Oh, yeah, he was
so
magnetic.
Cute.
Yeah, he is good.
Oh god. Sometimes people show me pictures of babies and I'm like, that's not cute. Look at that. So cute. Oh yeah. I remember something more about this. I do the moose ears with the kids.
Did you get them to do the moose ears? Did you instigate that?
I probably instigated that. Yeah, they don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what the deal was. If the teacher asked you to take a picture with them or something. I don't remember how the interaction went, but it was cute. That tiger looks a little bit sketched out.
Oh god, that's really good.
Let's double check the work.
Let's judge this. Head might need to be back a little bit more. Hands are pretty good. No. Pretty good. Why am I good at this?
Because you look just like this guy.
Yeah. Some sort of like chameleon.
Are those real? I was looking at this.
Oh
Are those
my God.
real? Or is it a stat? It's real, right?
Looks real. We went to a zoo.
Yeah. If you look at the snoot over here.
I'm actually looking at the other one. Looking pretty real.
Is this just like a snuggling situation? Do they ever get tangled up?
There's so much love. That was a good shift. Oh yeah, cool pictures coming up.
You can go up into the little square and like look at them or whatever. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I have any more pictures. Cool pictures.
I thought there was the one where we're both in the bulbs.
Oh yeah.
in here.
I don't have it. I don't remember. Maybe I just scanned over and missed it. But I do have that.
Yeah, I've got a map.
Of what? Oh, for like
you
checking
can,
the animals, looking
doubt that I've
for the giraffes.
gone crazy about that map.
You remember this experience? Were you overcoming any fears with that?
Oh, they still exist.
Would you put a snake on you now?
I would need to probably like hang out with that snake every day for a while, or
Before you did this? You did it?
No. I would do it again, immediately, no problem. But for me to not have the fear, like I still have the fear of the squirrels like touching me, and I have to turn that off. This fear is the same. But yeah, it's
pretty crazy that he's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap myself around you. This is what makes that creature comfortable.
Is wrapping.
Is to wrap around and feel secure. Like that's that creature's security.
What's scarier, squirrel or snake? I've had more negative instances with mammals biting my hands
But this guy could choke you out.
than I do this. So to me, like, having animals close to my hands and inviting their mouths there is really, really hard. This is hard in the fact that you spent all your life going snakes are bad, snakes are bad, snakes are bad. So I'd say it's pretty even.
I feel like I can anticipate the behavior of a mammal.
Yeah.
Like the way it moves its body and the look on its face and its expressions. I can get information out of that. With a snake, I haven't ever snaked. So I don't know, like, okay, yeah, the snake is like in a bad mood, or the snake doesn't want to be bothered or whatever. Like I really couldn't tell unless it was making extreme motions, and at that point you're in trouble.
We watched the way that the guys handled the snake before they gave the snake to me, and the snake was fine with whatever. Like they weren't treating it like gently or worried about it. They were like kind of just like holding on to it and walking and swinging, and the snake was just existing and didn't care about anything. So I kind of felt okay, like the snake is incredibly relaxed about this situation. And even looking at this picture, I see a happy snake. Like I look at it and I just think to myself, like something about its eyes to me says either okay or happy or something like that.
Go ahead and get a snake in the chat.
Good. Just one, because if we go any farther, it's probably going to turn into morphs into whatever the next one is. That's a big beaver.
Yeah.
It's as big as you. Why didn't we put you there?
It's labeled, the file name is labeled otter.
Oh. Yeah. Thought it was the otter one. Wow, you in China?
I wonder if you made that same
Yes,
joke.
I think that's probably what's happening. How many more pictures we got? I gotta pee really bad.
Quite a few.
All right, break.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Why, Katie? That means intimate times. That means intimate times with me for a few minutes. What do you guys want to talk about? Maybe snakes in the chat. I don't know. Who else could be in the chat? I put something new in the chat recently. Hey, we got Rubik's Cubes in the chat. We don't use this banana bear enough. Rainbow Island shirt. Oh, it's a Primus shirt. They made like a there's this storybook for like children. Like, what is it called? The Seven Goblins or something like that. Seven Rainbows. I can't remember what the storybook is called, but Primus adapted it into a concept album. It's not that great of a piece of music. It's, I'm picky about my Primus. I gotta go back in the day. This is more recent, but it's okay. I really do like Primus. But yeah, they just adapted a storybook into an album. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Primus is a band. Yes, sir. Anyway, I don't really have anything to say, so we're just gonna wait for Katie, I guess. Oh, hey, yeah, I do have something to say. I might stream. I'm thinking about tomorrow going out on a bike ride and streaming it because the weather is supposed to be beautiful. So I might do a bike stream and some photography maybe tomorrow on stream. Kind of depends on how I feel in the morning. But I finished a big project today. Yeah, Primus did the South Park song. Yep. I think of South Park when you think of Primus. I'm not sure what time. It'll be kind of like, I'm hoping slightly early, but I always say that and then I don't get out the door.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm thinking about streaming. If we met for lunch, do you want me to keep streaming for that or do you want to end for that?
I think the only reason I would say to cut it off is if I invited someone else to go with us. And that person would be Monica, and I already had lunch with Monica once this week, so probably don't need to do that.
Okay, so don't cut it off.
Yeah, it would be fine.
It'll depend on how the day goes and everything.
Why are we so zoomed in?
Oh, it's just intimate times.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we do intimate times when you're not here.
So I was in the bathroom, and I was just sitting there thinking to myself, like, if I go to the bathroom too fast, it's gonna be like real weird or whatever. And then I was peeing for a really long time, and I was like, man, that's a really long one. And then that reminded me that at the job that I do on Fridays, they have a one of those buttons that you press that plays a sound, but on it tells you like how much more time you have. It's a 25-second sound, so it
you have to pee within those 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Or be ready to hit it back again.
Yeah, so it shows like this light will flash like relaxed, and then it goes to another light where it gets a little more vibracious, and then it gets to the, oh my god, you better be done, like, quick, son. And racing is not the right way to say it, because I'm not trying to go faster than the thing. I'm actually seeing if like I've absorbed enough liquid to where it takes longer than 25 seconds. And I've had one longer pee.
If you race it and you like push too much force out, you end up getting splashback pee on like your...
But that's not what I'm doing. You understand?
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
This is just a normal pee, and I just watch and see if it goes faster than the timer. There's no pushing, there's no like holding back. It's just normal peeing. And I've had one that beat the... I don't know. That was longer than the thing.
Fucking Katie stuffs, man. Let me tell you what.
If anybody can gamify peeing, it's me.
Another kind of similar picture to the one that we did earlier.
That one looks cool.
Oops. In one of the bathrooms in Ueno, the ladies has a speaker outside in the hallway that plays water sounds. I don't know if I've noticed that. I don't want to hear ladies using the bathroom anyways. I just pretend they don't.
I pretend I don't while I'm doing it.
Really? What are you thinking about that? What are you
watching the timer.
So this is the Olympic Park.
I remember being really impressed by the flags and kind of thinking overwhelmingly about how many countries there were. Every time I'm around all those flags like that, I always just... There's that many?
There's more than that, probably.
And they've all got their own ideas and rules and customs.
There's people living in all of them.
Yeah.
They all have their own president or whatever, or leader or whatever. Yeah,
well, some
crazy.
of them have multiple that don't seem to agree with each other, so...
They've got one of those flames that's like burning forever. Another of these dope poodles. Look at that bike in the back. That's a dope ride. We could get this and just cruise around town, man. I wonder whose foot that is.
I remember that being really warm.
Now that's a reenactment that deserves we're the Olympic Park, man. That's a gold medal reenactment right there.
Wow, yes.
Look at that. Bros.
Impressive. If I had a gold medal, I would give it to you.
Look at you just being pervy with this robot.
Look, shouldn't have his nips out on Twitch.
Yeah, we're going to get in trouble. Let's get past this one. So a lot of these pictures are going to be from the DMZ. I didn't realize, I don't watch these videos again before we do Us Watching Us because I want to watch it back and be fresh. You know what I mean? I want to go in fresh. So I didn't realize that a lot of these pictures were in the video. So I'm just going to we'll just go through them a bit here. They had urinals in an arcade in Tokyo. There was a screen behind each one playing a cartoon. Yeah. That was in Shibuya. Inside of the Sega in Shibuya.
I was so pissed
that you didn't get
I
one.
didn't get to play that game. I would be really good.
Yeah, that was
or I just want to know if I'm good. I want to try.
I don't know if this is worth even looking at. So you have to sign this like thing to do the DMZ thing or whatever. U.S. personnel where appropriate. They're talking about how to be. Oh, if you go, you can't be wear off duty if you're like part of the military or something like that. I just didn't know if any of this was interesting. Laminated badges.
Pieces of cloth at upper.
We don't have to read everything. I'm looking for anything spicy.
Everything.
Military personnel. So just talking about how people are going to be dressed, who is who, things like that. No firearms, of course.
Yeah, I can't read this. This sucks.
Anyway, that's the thing you have to sign. Just
Straight to North Korea.
going north. Just down in this little cave that they dug. Like they dug this like illegally, basically. And then they got caught. So
Then
weird.
they lied.
So weird. I need to look up the stuff again and refresh my memory about how it all went down. It's so wild. I wonder if that last character on the right is how they would write Eki.
It's very similar.
And this would
its
be
little-
like in Japanese. This would be Tol. I don't know this character, and then this would be San.
Dole. I guess that's a
Yeah,
law.
Dol.
And the
Yeah,
dole.
Dora. Yeah, I don't know. I just we don't use this that I am aware of in Japanese. I'm trying to click a button and it's not being helpful.
Pyongyang.
Well, and they still the characters are the same. Homet, like for Pyongyang. Like the final two characters at the far right, and then you can actually see tracks, like Noru, but the strokes are a little different. Sha, Basho, Joel. Yeah, it's the toilet thing. I haven't seen one in years, like the toilet game thing. Oh, that station. Well, I meant like the Chinese characters, of course, is what I was talking about. Yeah, okay, so let's look at this again. This is cool because it gives you an overview of the area. So which side this is the North Korean side. So we're standing on the South Korean side, the Freedom House or whatever. So yeah, you can see these lights, and these lights go across, and that's like essentially where the border is at. And we went inside one of these two, there's three of them, but it was I think it was this one. I think we went in this building. And there had been like times where, so when you go in, they lock the door that would go into the north, because there's a door on each end of it. And the South Korean guards would hold the door shut when they locked the door. How would this work? Okay, two dudes would go, and one would hold the other's arm, and then one would reach out and lock the door, because apparently in the past, like when they were locking the door once, a North Korean soldier opened the door and grabbed the guy and pulled him into North Korea and abducted him. Like that had happened at some point. So like you'll see them when they go in, and like one dude holds the other guy's arm, just like holds onto it while the dude reaches over and locks the door. Like it's like madness. And sometimes like the people, I've seen pictures of other people that have gone on this tour. North Korean soldiers will come and like look in the windows and stuff, like just like face to face with people, like right there. It's like just bananas what's going on at this place.
Yeah, I was wondering to myself if their North Korean tourists are taken to the other side.
You can go on this tour from the North Korean side, and I think that each side books time in the building, because I believe I've seen people from the North Korean side go into the same building.
You know, I can actually ask someone, because the lady that's at my Japanese
Has been there.
volunteer thing, she's been there twice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've seen people go on tours from the North Korean side as well. Yeah. So this is the one we went into. So it's the one in the middle. Sorry. And so you can see like the South Korean soldiers have got this special type of clothing that they wear, and they don't like move at all. It's kind of like the soldier dudes in England, like where they're just like really like. But this is like way more serious at this point. It's not just like, a tourist attraction. Like this is some serious shit. You can also see, didn't Trump and Kim Jong-un meet here? Yeah, I think so. Like there's a picture of them like standing like literally right here. These dudes have got like metal things in their shoes, so they like clank like when they walk. And I don't know, the whole thing is just crazy. And this is, so we're standing like in a lineup getting ready to go in that blue building. And like, that's like a North Korean soldier looking at us through binoculars. Like, dude, I just can't believe this is real. It just seems bananas. Is it UN blue? Yeah, I think the UN does administer maybe those buildings or something like that. There's something about that. Yeah, looking at him, looking at you, looking at him, watching us, watching him, watching you. I went round and round and round. If he's in chat, hey, say what's up, dude. And as you can see, so they take you in here and they explain like a bunch of this stuff. And again, like all the people that are there are foreigners. Like South Korean people weren't allowed to go on the tours at the time anyways. And there's a UN flag. And you can see there's some American military dudes here as well. But there were also South Korean military dudes in the building with us. And you'll see the other side of that door is North Korea. So this is the door where when they lock it, like they one dude holds another dude's arm, so they lock it so that he doesn't get drug into North Korea. Basically runs once a weekend for tours. Where does it go? Does it go? Because I don't think it operated at all when we were there. And yeah, so the gravel is South Korea, the concrete or the dirt or whatever's here is North Korea. So technically, physically standing in North Korea. From the south, ending there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think that train was a thing when we were there at all.
You look good.
So again, I'm standing directly on the line. You can see like those things in the table. It's like exactly the middle. Wonder whose job it is. How do they decide who takes care of the table? Who places the flag? Like who is it, the south or the north? Who's responsible for the chairs? Like, you know what I mean? Like when you start getting down to those things. Like what? Like who goes in and vacuums?
Yeah, I want to know about the cleaning schedule.
And there's that fake town and the flagpole. How many people defect from North Korea? I don't know. You'd have to Google it. I don't think very many people defect into North Korea, but I'm sure it's happened. I know it's happened. Just like surveillance tower stuff that's all around the place. Like this area was covered in this kind of stuff. Some dudes.
Are they wearing masks?
Yeah, it looks like they are.
Chin diapers.
Yeah, I wonder why. At that time, why would the military have been wearing this? It could just be if they're near some place that they think they're being surveilled, they just cover their faces or something. Could be that kind of thing at that time. I don't know. It could have just been maybe somebody had the sniffles. That's what it's like to be in Korea for me. It's like kind of what it's like to be in Japan for me.
Mm-hmm. Definitely have some of those pictures from here. That's the last picture of Longbow.
You think? Mm-hmm. You lost him that soon? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed.
We had fun in Seoul. So that is the last picture of us in Seoul. However, we will be back to Seoul. So we're going to end up going around in Korea a whole bunch, and then we end up back in Seoul 2 times, I think. I think we have to go there at some point to like do some paperwork for our visa again, and then we travel again. Yeah. We go down, if I recall, we go down the I think what we end up doing is we go across here and we work our way down the coast and we go to Jeju, and then we had these super cheap, it's like $25 or something to fly from Jeju to Seoul. I remember it being like government subsidized or something so that they'd keep the economy in Jeju alive. So then we flew from Jeju to Seoul, and then we went down this side, and then we went back up into Seoul a third time, and then we flew from Seoul to Sendai. So we'll be back to Seoul 2 more times on this trip, but in between that, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of other stuff in Korea. So that stuff will be coming in future weeks as we watch more Us Watching Us, Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. What time do we start? 8 p.m.?
8 p.m. JST.
8 p.m. JST. Yes, sir. Chip tried to call me. It's weird.
What?
I don't know.
No, that's not.
Probably got ass dialed. Did he call you?
No.
No.
We got
Okay.
asked out. Happy to hear that.
Her brother never calls me, so I don't know what the deal is. Maybe he just butt dialed. But anyway, I think I'm gonna take off. You gonna take off?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
All right, we got to do like some. We need some like looking at the screen.
I already had it. I told
Yeah,
you.
but it's gonna be this big. It's gonna be hard for me to find it too.
Motherfucker, I had it. It's a great one.
Eric can take off. Katie solo stream.
I would love to solo stream, but I need to take a shower and go to bed and maybe be a functional human tomorrow. I was not a functional human today. People in class were like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "I'm great."
Ginky.
I'm doing good. I think at one time I just sat and said, "Kairi Tai." Just said it out loud. I'm done.